What's up, guys? We are back with the new project. So Casey played a short. I think it was a short. It's not 2001, by the way. It's not even a 91.
It's not. It's a 92.
It's a 92. We did find out it's a 92. Really rare car. 327 made of this trim package. 3,000 total, I think, of all these combined. So we really got lucky on this, but it does have problems, and that's why we get them.
Like always.
Yeah, like always, we got problems. The paint is fair. It's decent. The body's really good on it, but there is an issue with running.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah,
it doesn't.
That's why it's parked here. So it does not run. What we know potentially is, or what he says was that he was letting the car idle in his driveway, and it ran out of gas, and he never could get it to start back. He claimed that it was potentially a fuel pump or a fueling issue, and I don't know if that's the case. And we can kind of show you later why we don't think that's the case. So I think the thing we're going to do tonight, because you can see we're missing somebody.
Yeah.
He decided to take another vacation.
Another vacation. Must be nice.
Yeah, so we're going to make him a box, like an invisible box right here. So Casey, just Photoshop yourself in. So what we're going to try to do is get it out of the way of the road, of course, and we're going to get it up to the shop. Just do a quick assessment on it. The things you want to check are probably your timing. We know the oil pan, and this is why we know the oil pan is overfull, so it's probably got some gasoline in it. We'll show you that. And just check a few things out. Maybe even clean it up. I don't know. Maybe not go that far, but at least we're going to get it up to the shop, and we'll give you a nice little bead roll footage here of what we got, because I know you only seen the door last time. So watch us work. What you doing?
Oh, tire. It's a little flat.
Up there, it's flat. It's hard to see in the grass. She had about 5 pounds in her.
I don't know if it even had that much.
Okay, maybe 2. It's optimistic.
It wasn't reading at all.
Yeah. And then I think we made the determination. We're going to zoom you in here on this powerhouse of a 300 horsepower. Is that right? Is that the spec?
At least.
At least 300 horsepower, maybe brand new. This beast of a power plant that's about as bad as the Mini Cooper with space.
It may be even worse.
It might be worse, but it does have a lot of bulky intercooler hoses on it. So once we get some of those out of the way, but we are going to take the old Milwaukee leaf blower, and we're going to get some of this debris out of it.
Debris.
Let's see if I can do it with one hand and blow this in Logan's face. Now look at her. We got Dodge power. We got
Subaru lack of power.
Subaru somewhat power. Man, it looks good.
All right, so quick rundown. Again, 92 Dodge Stealth, twin turbo, all-wheel drive. One of 327.
27. Is this one all-wheel steering? I think. Look under the backside of it and see if it's got a rack.
I can see.
So it could be all-wheel steering as well. They did come with those, I believe. And I think the guy, when we purchased it, he did indicate that. Of course, we don't know. We'll verify that later, but it could be all-wheel steering as well.
It's one of 327 in Fiji Blue, so pretty rare. It looks really clean, and I'm sure it looks really, really clean in the video.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's 30 years old.
Yeah. What's the mileage?
I don't know.
130? I think.
Maybe.
I think it's what the ad. We never looked.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have
I mean,
like
we don't have the
200
battery
or
on it.
Yeah.
So-
Is this in a digital or? Look at it.
I mean, I assumed it was
Let's
digital.
find out right now. I don't think it's digital. It's a 92.
113.
Oh wow, 113.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, lower than
while
what I
we're
thought.
in here, let's give them a rundown of what we got here.
Yeah.
So again, 92 model, but
Hold on. Let me. Hello.
hello,
Oh,
hello. Yeah, this is my Motorola.
Show them the pristine condition
Oh,
of, the,
look at this
of
thing.
the car phone.
This thing is so mint.
It's staying with the car.
That's right. It's Cellstar by Motorola. Everybody knows that.
Great brand.
That's right.
Pull that out of the ignition, Logan, of what we got, and tell them what happened there.
Pop a lock. We actually bought it without keys.
Yeah.
So we had no way of, well, we probably could have done it in a sketchy way, but we had no way of unlocking the steering to move it from down in the yard up to the driveway. So we finally got Pop a Lock out here. They made us a couple keys.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it.
If you're local, pop a lock.
If you're local, Pop a Lock, I don't know about, on the other side of the country.
Yeah. But he said they were regional.
He did.
Maybe worldwide. I don't know. So back over here to the power plant again. And I know you heard us in the video talk down there about the fueling issue.
That's right. Yeah, so pretty easy to tell that it's getting fuel because you pull the dipstick and you can see it's all the way up here.
Yeah.
So
give it a smell. Maybe give it a little lick.
better not. Yeah, so it's very, very thin. It's very potent with gas smell. So we'll definitely have to drain the oil, change the oil before we even attempt to
Turn it over.
Yeah. So what the original owner told us was that the water pump was going bad.
Yeah. Not the one we purchased it
Correct.
from, but
Yeah.
the original
owner. That
the
bought it
OG
new.
owner.
Yeah. And what the owner that we purchased it from said was that it was getting warm, not hot, at idle, but not when you're driving. So that kind of, it kind of adds up.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
And he did confirm that he drove the car 3 hours when he purchased it with no overheating issues, which is a good thing. So we're going to do everything we can. We're going to take you along with us as we get underneath of it, jack it up, drain all this gas out of it, the oil pan, and make an assessment from there.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Fuel pump relay. It's actually underneath the air box from what our research showed. So we don't want to duplicate the same thing he dealt with filling the cylinders back up. So we just removed the fuel pump relay. We got one of the plugs out, which it looks really good in there. Surprisingly,
It does,
everything looks well, which is a good sign. It's probably washed too, so that's probably why it looks really good. So we're gonna take this out. We got a plug out. We're gonna lay the plug wire up here on the manifold and see if we get any juice or spark and see what happens from there. So this is a good thing. We're not going to flood it back out with our fresh oil. All right, we're back. We got everything out. We got the plug on top of the manifold. We got our booster pack on it. We got our key. We're going to hit the power. see if we get power, crank it over and see if we got any spark. No juice. We're going to have to tighten this positive or this negative up. Take number 2.
Take 3, we had to go to my daily driver, my Subaru, and pull the battery off of it. I lost
it. It does have a very little bit. Motor sounds good. Go ahead. I'll keep doing that. Go ahead. Hold on just a second.
I don't have any fuel.
That sounded knocking. That was weird. Should we put the fuel pump relay back on it? That did not sound good, did it? Could have been a lifter stuck because it did quieten up.
I mean, after 5 seconds, it sounded fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put it back together. Try it.
So let's put the fuel pump relay back in.
Yep. What's going on?
Well, it started, and you heard it. It smoked when it started. That's expected. It sounded a little bit knocky on the backside, and then it kind of went away. Of course, we didn't have the fuel pump relay in, so really not sure what it's going to do now specifically. But it did start with starting fluid, which means the ignition system is good. It seems to be in time. Doesn't the motor turns over good? So we'll see what the fuel pump relay will do now and see if it'll start. We kind of got it rigged up a little bit, so it may fly apart right here on camera. Keep going.
Ready?
Yeah.
What are we doing back here?
We're working on fuel lines now. We did find a couple issues. It looked like there's been somebody back here doing a little bit of work. So the filter's missing off the, I believe it's a return. Could be a return or a vent. But,
so this is just hanging here.
Yeah, we found it.
This was under the car, right?
That was underneath the car.
Yeah.
And they pinched the electrical connector up between the tank and the frame rail.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but the electrical connection is back there where that red line goes in. And it's between like the frame rail and the gas tank. So we can't move it because we wanted to test some power at that plug. Yeah. So we're going to drop the tank
just a little
slightly.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly. Ever so.
All right. What's going on?
Okay. So diagnosis or semi-diagnosis. We didn't have a fuel pump. We didn't hear a fuel pump running when we were starting it, trying to start it, but it would start on starting fluid, which is a good indicator it's in time. You've got ignition source, spark, but we still didn't hear the fuel pump. So we came back to the backside. We looked. It looked like somebody's been back here messing around a little bit. Not sure what they've done, but it looks like they've removed a piece of the hard line, put a piece of soft line in there, which is fine. It's common for these things to go bad back here. We also found the filter was off completely, and it also smashed the plug in between the frame rail and the tank. So we dropped the tank, got the old multimeter out, verified voltage to the pump. We were not getting voltage to the pump, so there's an electrical gremlin somewhere. I'm not sure. Casey's not here, so me and Logan's doing all we can with what we have. So we thought we'll just hot wire the pump. So we pulled the plug off the pump, and we got the old power probe out. We put voltage, 12 volts, to the pump. The pump kicked on with the line off and filled our little bucket up. So we thought, well, we'll just put everything back together, and we'll apply voltage to the pump and see if we can get it to start. It fired right up. So we're going to show you kind of what we did. and we're going to let you hear it run for just a second. We won't run it too long, but you can see now that it does idle, and it doesn't have a lot of gas in it. So I want to give him a little voltage here, and he's going to start it up for us. So there you go. It does sound like it needs to run a little bit more. It may have a little bit of a mist to it, and it does sound like it has an exhaust leak, but I don't see smoke.
No,
like it was.
You also got to think with how much fuel was in that engine.
Yeah.
I mean, the chances of plugs getting fouled,
oh yeah,
something like that's got to be pretty high.
Yeah, there's probably numerous things that we're looking at now, but at least we verified the main issue, or we think we're definitely not getting voltage to the pump.
Yeah, which is a pretty common issue for these.
Yeah, so we just got to find out why we're not getting voltage back here. I think the ECU is potentially one of them, the fuel pump relay maybe one of them, the MPI relay, which we've read maybe one of them, but we're just really not good at that. So
that sounds like a Casey issue.
Yeah, Casey, good luck with this one. We kind of got it. We kind of got you running for the. I mean, I didn't expect to get it running, so
yeah, definitely.
I think that's a positive.
Yep,
it does run. Now it's just ironing out some little finite details here. So we'll clean up our mess a little bit, put everything back that we can, and we'll catch you here in just a minute when we tell you some updates.
All right, guys, another night in the shop. So good news, bad news. We got it running.
Yeah. We did get it running. That's impressive for us, to be honest with you. Thank you, Casey. Photoshopped in, Casey. What a help. We definitely did it the right way. You'll see it running. It was fun.
Yeah. So I guess next week Casey will be back, and we'll use his wiring expertise to figure out exactly what needs to happen to the fuel pump, because you put power to it and it works. I mean, the fuel pump is good. It's just something to do with the electrical connection. I know that there's common issues with the fuel pump on these, and a lot of people use a hot wire method with a relay. So a constant from the battery to relay. We may end up doing that.
Yeah, maybe. I think Casey's good enough that he could probably figure this out. It could be a MPI relay too. That's pretty common to go bad. We just don't know what the best method is. We don't want to blow anything up. And we also found a couple of blown fuses, which I don't think they have anything to do with the fuel pump itself. But I mean, it could. I'm not good with wiring. So, but you did hear in the video it ran. The bad news was
it has a noise.
Yeah, an engine noise. Sounds top end.
Sounds top end. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it had so much fuel in there. It could have just been washed out. Something could be washed out. Yeah. Lifters
stuck.
Yeah.
It did sound like a lifter, tick or rocker, whatever style this is, lifter, rocker. I'm sure it sounded more of that noise. So we shut it off before we caused any more damage. So we might wind up taking the motor out. You know, what fun would it be if we didn't? I guess. So
we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, next week I think that's a lot of progress. We got it up here. We've done some diagnosis. We drained the oil. Yep. New filter. We did verify the main issue, I believe, which was the no power to the pump. And we're able to bypass it and get it running for you. So hopefully you enjoyed that at least. More to come. Plenty
more to come.
Plenty more to come. This is going to be a long one, so bear with us. I think it'll be interesting for everybody just to kind of dive in and watch what we do and where we take it. You know, I don't know. We could spend a lot of money in it and get it, pristine condition, or we could try to, throw what we can at it with the resources we have and get a nice running car. Either way, it's still rare. So I think we want to hold on to it for a minute and get it running good because I think it'd be fun to drive.
Yep.
So, and I think it's still valuable as it sits.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of running condition or not, it still holds a lot of value as it is. So,
rare car.
Yeah, I think we're happy all together. So,
yep.
That's it for us. Give us a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want an inside scoop before we drop the video,
catch us on Instagram at BA Cars.
Yeah, some cool pictures on there. Thanks to Logan. So that's it for tonight, guys. See ya.